Hello dear students, welcome to BSc second semester mathematics classes. So in the last videos we have taken the reduction formulae for the integration of sin raised to nx. That is, we have found what is the reduction formula for integration of sin raised to nx. Okay, and also on that I have taken some examples. In this video, we will take the reduction formula for the same function, that is integration of sin raised to nx into dx itself, but we will consider the limits there. Okay, so I will write here reduction formula for integration of sin raised to nx into dx. Integration is given from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, as that we have taken the integration of sin raised to nx, same one, but here is what limits are given. Here also we will follow the same procedure, that is integration we will take with respect to the parts, that is integration by parts we will apply and we will get the answer. Only is that you have to substitute their upper limit as pi by 2 and lower limit is 0. Okay, so let us begin with the solution, or you can take the proof. Okay, again I will consider the given integral as in, right? So in is equal to integration of sin raised to nx dx. It is from 0 to pi by 2. Now next is what? We will split this as sin raised to n minus 1 into sin x. Okay, so in is equal to, I will write here integration of sin raised to n minus 1x into sin x into dx. Integration is from 0 to pi by 2. Now you apply the integration by parts, taking this as first and this as the second function. Okay, so here we will get first function as it is, so sin raised to n minus 1x, then integration of sin x is minus cos x. Here the limits are there, so you have to write them 0 to pi by 2, then minus integration of, yes, what we will write? This differentiation. It is n minus 1 into sin raised to n minus 2 x into, again sin x differentiation we have to take, that is cos x, and into second function integration, that is minus cos x into dx. Limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, now let us substitute here upper and lower limits and write this as cos into cos square and taking that minus sign to the outside. Okay, here observe that whenever we will take the upper limit, that is x is equal to pi by 2. Here what we will get? Sin raised to n minus 1 pi by 2 into minus cos pi by 2. Yes, already you know that cos pi by 2 value is 0 and 0 into this term again it becomes as 0. So for x is equal to pi by 2 our value is 0. Now substitute the lower limit, that is x is equal to 0. What we will get here? Sin raised to n minus 1 of 0. So sin 0 is what? Again 0. We will get here 0 raised to n minus 1. Anyhow that value is 0 and whatever may be this value, after multiplying we will get it as 0 itself. So for this term, if you substitute upper limit and lower limit, answer is this one, that is 0 minus 0. Okay, then minus, and this minus and I will take outside, so it is plus. Again n minus 1 is constant, taking outside is n minus 1 integration of, remaining is what? Sin raised to n minus 2x into cos x is cos square x into dx. Integration is from 0 to pi by 2. Now this is our term. Okay, the first term vanishes, we only remains with this term, and in this step cos square x I will replace in the form of sin. Okay, let us take that step. So here in is equal to the 0 minus 0 is there, I will leave that. So n minus 1, then integration of sin raised to n minus 2 is there into x, and that cos square x we will write it as 1 minus sin square x. Okay, and limits are given 0 to pi by 2, right? Now what we do is we will multiply this term inside, that is for 1 we will multiply this term, again separately for this term also sin raised to n minus 2 we will multiply, and applying the linearity property of integration. okay, and then multiplying this n minus 1 for both the terms. That all points we will write once again, that is only at once only I will multiply each term and I will write. So see here what we will get, n minus 1. So first term is what, sin raised to n minus 2x into 1, and that integration means remaining is only sin raised to n minus 2x dx. Integration is from 0 to pi by 2. Next term is again here minus is there, so minus n minus 1 integration of sin raised to n minus 2 into sin square. Again bases are same, you have to add the powers. N minus 2 plus 2 is what, n itself. So for the sin we will get the power as n, and it is 0 to pi by 2. So after multiplying this term inside, taking integration for separately and multiplying this n minus 1, we will get this term. Now see here we will apply the in value, because initially what we have considered that sin n raised to x, okay, integration of this term is in, and observe here whatever the power is there, that we have taken the suffix, okay. So same way this is what becomes, it is in minus 2. Therefore in is equal to n minus 1, this term becomes now in minus 2, then minus n minus 1 into it is in, okay. Now these two terms are in only, and taking this term to the left hand side, okay. To simplify that we will get in, minus is there, this side it becomes plus, so plus n minus 1 in, and on the right hand side we will get only n minus 1, okay, n minus 1 into in minus 2. Now after taking here in as common, in bracket what we will get, 1 plus n minus 1. 1 and minus 1 get cancels, remaining is only n into in is equal to n minus 1 in minus 2. But we want only in value, so take this n to that side. What it becomes, in is equal to n minus 1 divided by it is n, then in minus 2, and whatever this answer is, the last one I will take it as the equation number 1. In the next step what we have to get here, in minus 2 value. For that in equation number 1 we will substitute n is equal to n minus 2, okay, taking that next step. Okay, now in the equation number 1 we will substitute n is equal to n minus 2. I will write, put n is equal to n minus 2 in equation number 1. So what we will get, in is there, that becomes in minus 2 is equal to n minus 2 is there, okay, n minus 2 and that minus 1. So in total it becomes n minus 3 divided by, n is equal to what it is, it is n minus 2. So denominator is n minus 2 and it is in minus 2, again minus 2. So in total we will get it as in minus 4. Now what we do is, we will substitute this in minus 2 value in the equation number 1. Therefore in we can write it as in is equal to n minus 1 divided by n, and in minus 2 value is this one, okay. Writing that n minus 3 divided by n minus 2 into in minus 4, and I will write this as equation number 2. Similarly, if you want to take the in minus 4 value, what you will do? You will substitute n is equal to n minus 4 in the equation number 1, and that time the next term what we will get here, it is, see, n minus 1, n minus 3, next term will be n minus 5, okay. So divided by n into n minus 2 into n minus 4. Then next in minus 4 is there, but in the next term we will get it as in minus 6. So in this way, if you are go on continuing, we will get the next terms in this in. So what I will write here, I will directly take the generalization, okay. So generalizing from, I will write here from equation 1 and 2. Generalizing from equation 1 and 2 we get, okay, we get, okay. So generalizing we have to write now, and remember what is this n? This is, we have taken it as a positive integer, but before generalizing it we will arise with the two cases. Case 1 is when n is positive integer but it is odd, and case 2 we will take that n is positive even integer. Okay, so writing first one, that is case 1. What I will take? When n is positive odd integer I will consider. Okay, positive odd integer. Anyway, n will be positive integer itself, but here case 1 will consider with respect to odd, case 2 will be with respect to even. So let us see what happens when n is the odd. Okay, that time we get in is equal to, yes, that is n minus 1 divided by n into n minus 3 divided by n minus 2 into, next term is what? N minus 5 divided by n minus 4 into, so on it is. Okay, at last we will get it as 2 by 3 into I1. It is when n is the odd integer. Okay, last term we will get it as 2 by 3 into I1. Now we have to get the value of I1. Then considering what is in, we have taken it is integration of sin raised to nx dx. Integration is from 0 to pi by 2. But there we have I1, so I will replace this n by 1. Okay, then what is that? Integration of sine is there, and you know that integration of sine is minus cos x. Now taking the limit 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so minus cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0, so first term becomes 0. Then minus, yes, minus of cos 0 again you have to write, because our function is minus cos 0. And what is this cos 0 value? It is 1, so minus into minus it is plus 1, so it is becomes 1. Therefore I1 value is 1. Then that time our In becomes, okay, In is equal to, I will write first numerators, that is n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 5, and this into, and so on, it will go on up to 2. Okay, then divided by, denominator terms are n into n minus 2. Okay, n into n minus 2 into n minus 4 into, so on up to, it is 3, and I1 value is 1. So this is what? Integration of sin raised to nx into dx. Integration if it is taken from 0 to pi by 2, and whenever n is positive odd integer, that time reduction formula is like this. Okay, so this is when n is odd, and this is our reduction formula of sin raised to nx dx from 0 to pi by 2. Now in the same way, case 2 we will take when n is the positive even integer. Okay. Now let us take with the case 2, that is whenever case 2, yes, when n is what now? It is positive even integer. Okay, even integer. So that time we will get In as, okay, In is equal to, now same, n minus 1 divided by n into n minus 3 divided by n minus 2 into, next term is n minus 5 divided by n minus 4 into, and so on. Last term here we will get it as 1 by 2 into I naught. Okay, so while writing whatever the last terms are there, you have to remember in both the cases. In odd, that is in the even integer, we will get it as I naught, and in the odd integer we will get it as I1. So as we have found the I1 value, here we have to get first I naught value. So therefore I naught is equal to integration of, what it becomes? It is sin raised to 0x dx from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, now any value raised to 0 is what? 1. Then we will get integration of 1. Okay, integration of 1 is what? It is x, because integration with respect to we are doing as x. Okay, say therefore integration of 1 is x, taking upper and lower limits as 0 to pi by 2. Then whenever we substitute upper limit, it is pi by 2 minus lower limit is 0. Therefore I naught value we will get it as pi by 2. Now substitute this value in this formula. Therefore we will get In is equal to n minus 1 into n minus 3 into n minus 5, and that multiplication terms runs up to 1. Then divided by, okay, it is n into n minus 2, n minus 4, so on up to 2, and I naught value is pi by 2. So this is when our reduction formula whenever n is the even integer. So initially we have taken in as the integration of sin raised to nx dx from 0 to pi by 2. Again there we have splitted the sin raised to n as sin raised to n minus 1 into sin x, and then we have applied the integration by parts. Okay, then at the last term what we have taken, case 1 and case 2, that is we are finding in, that is nothing but our reduction formula whenever n is a positive odd integer, and one more is case 2, that is whenever n is a positive even integer. So like this, whenever you will take the integration is running from 0 to pi by 2, we will get the constant terms and are directly written by using these formula. Okay, so whenever odd and even is there, you remember these formulas. So in the next classes you are using directly. Here you have taken the proof how we have to get that, and in the next higher classes you will use these formulas. Okay, these formulas directly whenever you will get the integration of sin raised to nx dx, integration will be given from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so like this we have proved this, and in this video we have taken this reduction formula, and in the next video we will take the reduction formula of cos raised to nx. Okay, thank you.